And we are live, guys. Welcome to my live. This is the very first live that I'm doing here on TikTok. Super excited about it. We're going to talk about the Sunday Scaries, how to get over the Sunday Scaries. Before we get deep into this particular live, I want to introduce myself. I am Tim Whitehead. I am a career strategist and career coach. So I've been doing this for a while now. I've been working in the career service space for about 10 years, been working as a resume writer for about 6 years, and also as a career coach for 6 years. So I'm super excited to be talking about the Sunday Scaries, because here's the thing. Most of us deal with the Sunday Scaries if we work at a toxic job. And I thought that I would spend about 5 to 10 minutes here tonight and help you guys overcome your Sunday Scaries. Because for me personally, I dealt with it and it was like torture dealing with the Sunday Scaries. So for those who don't know, I just want to break it down, because I didn't know what the Sunday Scaries were until I became a career coach. So the Sunday Scaries is when you have intense workplace stress and anxiety before going to work on Monday morning. And to be honest with you, you can get the Sunday Scaries any day of the week. I know some of you guys probably are dealing with Sunday Scaries every single day. If you are, let me know. Let me know. If you're dealing with Sunday Scaries every single day, this intense level of workplace stress and anxiety, put yes in the comments. I want to know who's all dealing with Sunday Scaries, because believe you me, I dealt with it. Okay. So let me just kind of give you a quick story of when I really started dealing with the Sunday Scaries. So early in my career, I think I was like 20 years old, 21 years old. And welcome everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the live. Welcome. When I was about 20 years old, I landed this job in retail, this big sports chain, and I started working overnight, doing overnight stocking. And needless to say, my supervisor hated my guts. He didn't want me there. He didn't like me or what I was about. So I started dealing with a lot of workplace bullying with my boss at this retail job. And literally every single day, it was something that he had to say to me that, insulted my intelligence, insulted me as, a professional. So to make a long story short, I began to get so much workplace stress and anxiety that I started to have anxiety attacks. And I know some of you are probably already at that place where you're beginning to have anxiety attacks. You're starting to be angry, upset, frustrated, the whole 9 yards, because you're dealing with, a super stressful workplace environment. And that's pretty much where I got to a point to where literally while I was asleep, I'll start having nightmares and cold sweats. And then while I'm not doing anything, sitting watching TV, I start getting shortness of breath, and I start having these panic attacks, to the point to where it was like, should I go to the hospital? What do I need to do? So y'all bear with me one sec here. I'm getting a lot of messages coming in. Awesome. So yeah, guys, I got to that point where my anxiety was so hard. Like I knew it was work related. I knew it was the job that was causing me to have this stress and this anxiety, but I didn't know what to do about it. And I know you guys, some of you are in a place where you really don't know what to do about it. You know that you are the primary breadwinner in your house. Hello. Shout out to all you guys joining. I really appreciate you guys. I got 22 people on here. Really appreciate you. So I knew that I was at the point where I needed to leave, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't have no direction or what to do. So the first thing that I'm going to do, guys, is I want to help you immediately. If you're in that position where you're dealing with workplace stress, anxiety, you're dealing with the Sunday Scaries, and you can't leave the job and quit the job tomorrow, right? I'm going to tell you some few things that I did, and hopefully they will help you. And if this resonates with you guys at all, definitely hit that live goal that I'm trying to get 50 boxing gloves. All right. So if this resonates with you and this adds value to you, do me a solid and give me a boxing glove. All right. So the first thing that I did was I started to exercise. Okay. And I know this sounds a little cliche. I know some of you probably don't even like exercising, but listen, the exercising don't have to be strenuous, okay? You don't have to go into strongman or CrossFit or anything like that to exercise. All you need to do is to start walking, okay? Start walking 10 to 15 minutes a day, all right? Now, where you walk in your house, walk in your yard, walk in your neighborhood, okay? Go to a local park and walk. Or you can do what I love to do. I love to hike, okay? So you can go on a hike, which is, something I personally recommend because, you get that touch with nature and you begin to naturally detox when you connect with nature. So I would definitely recommend hiking. If you've never done it, you will love it. Trust me, it's never too late. I'm 35 years old and I just started really hiking seriously 2 years ago. And it was the best thing I ever did. As a matter of fact, I started walking because I was like 314 pounds and I wanted to start losing weight. I always was a guy that worked out, but I got to the point to where I wanted to lose a little weight. So I started walking and then I fell in love with walking. Then I said, you know what, let me go on a hike for the first time. And guess what? Fell in love with hiking. So that's something that you can do. I seen someone in the comments say dancing. Dancing is also a phenomenal thing you can do, okay? Dancing has the same effect. It begins to release a lot of that negative energy, that stress, that frustration that you have, that's built up. So, I can't dance well. My wife, she'll tell you that I'm okay. I can't dance, but I will bust a move here or there. So dancing is a great option for you as well. So number 2 is, a lot of people say, no, this ain't good, but I think it's good. Watch your favorite movie or your favorite show. Watch something that you enjoy that will make you laugh, okay? That will bring joy to you, that will give you positive energy. Whenever I'm, upset, down, stressed out, especially then, I watch one of my favorite talk shows or, one of my favorite movies. And it always helps me to get my mind off of things. Okay. And then here's number 3. And this is something that I do to this day. I will go on to YouTube or social media and I will listen to my favorite motivational speaker. Okay. I'll listen to maybe my favorite coach. I will listen to somebody who will motivate me and inspire me. Because to be honest, when you're working at these toxic jobs and you're surrounded by people who don't care about you for 8 hours, it can depress you. It can straight out depress you. When I was going through my toxic job, my first one, I was depressed going into work. I was anxious because I knew that my boss didn't want me there. And then he started to spread, rumors and all kind of things among the coworkers. And then when I come to work, everybody looking at me side eye in all kind of different ways. So I felt like a prisoner when I went to work. So it's good that when you go home, you totally detach yourself. And one thing that help you to detach yourself is to go on YouTube, watch something funny, listen to a motivational speaker. Do something like that to help you detach from that job, okay? Detach from that toxic job. That's the goal, okay? So let me ask you guys a question. Are some of you at the point where you're dealing with the Sunday Scaries so much to where the small things tick you off? I mean, like the little things begin to like frustrate you. You start to pop off at your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or your kids setting you off. You're walking around the house, you got a bad attitude. Everybody looking at you like, man, what's wrong with mama? What's wrong with daddy? Or what's wrong with, what's wrong with my homegirl? You're not acting yourself. The Sunday Scaries will make you that. It will make you a mean person. It will make you an upset person. So when you find and let me tell you what's going on when that happens. What happens is your body begins to put up defenses, okay? Your body start putting up defenses, and it's trying to guard you from the workplace trauma that you are dealing with. So your body is naturally trying to fight off what's going on. And unfortunately, by the time we get home from our job, everything is triggering us. We are very defensive. We are very guarded. We are very frustrated. That's why this next thing that you need to do will help you tremendously. Go in solitude. Go by yourself. Enjoy yourself. Okay? You get you a book. As you can see, I got books back here. I may read a book. Get you a journal and write down how you feel, okay? You write down everything about how you feel. I mean, literally, let's say you had a bad day, right? You get that journal, $1 journal. Go to the dollar store, Walmart, Target, wherever your go-to place is. Get your notebook, and what you need to write down is exactly how you feel. My boss is targeting me. My boss is frustrating me. I had a really bad day. I wanted to punch my boss in the face today. And I wanted to storm out the building. I wanted to cuss out my coworker today that was giving me a hard time, and I wanted to quit today. And as soon as you begin to put all that stress on paper, you're going to begin to feel better. Okay, you're going to begin to feel better. And then step 2, what you need to do is, after you put all of that on the paper, on the next page, you want to write down what you want your ideal day to be. So that may mean that I want to go into work tomorrow, greet everybody. I want to have a great day with crushing my projects. Like if you're working in corporate, for example, it's very task oriented. So you may say, I want to go and crush every single one of my projects on time, before time. I want to get compliments from my boss, from my coworkers. I want to be able to be proud of myself when I go into work. And you want to put that down on your notebook. You know why? Because what will happen is you will begin to manifest those things. You'll begin to manifest what you want and how you feel. And that's what we want. We want to literally remove all that negative energy, all that frustration, all that stress and anxiety. And we want to exchange that with gratitude, with intentionality, okay? With positivity. And what happens is when you exchange that negative energy with positive energy, you will begin to repel. You begin to repel all of that negative energy, those negative people. That don't mean that they won't still say things to you, be negative to you, and do different things to kind of try to gaslight you and set you off. But what you did was, instead of you getting defensive towards your family, you've created this box or this circle of positivity around you to where you're not going to allow that type of energy to affect you. Okay. So we're doing these things to safeguard you while you're trying to transition. Okay. Because listen, I'm going to give you some hard truth real quick. When you're working at a job and you know that job is toxic, I don't care if you're in a corporate environment, retail environment, it doesn't matter. If the job is toxic, 9 times out of 10, that job has been toxic. It's a cultural issue in the company. It's a systematic issue in the company, And if the company is surrounded by a bunch of other toxic people, whether it's a toxic manager, toxic boss, you got multiple toxic people in there, chances are this has been going on for years. Okay. And there's not much you can do about it. It's like being in a gas chamber. Okay. If you're in a gas chamber, the only way to get relief from that gas chamber is to get out. And that's what you're going to have to do if you're in a toxic workplace environment. You're going to have to get out of that environment, okay? You're going to have to separate yourself. But in the middle of you transitioning from the toxic job to a job that you love, you need to safeguard yourself by doing things like journaling, exercising, dancing, going on hikes, listening to your favorite motivational speaker, reading a book, learning a new skill, learning a new hobby, doing things to love on yourself, doing things that love on those who love you. And you're going to begin to get stronger internally. You're going to begin to safeguard yourself from a lot of that negative energy, those negative people, those toxic people. And that's what we want. We want to buy time. Okay. We want to buy time. And this is the final step. And this is a big step. Okay. If you know that you're at a toxic job, and on a scale of 1 to 10, you're at a 9 or 10 when it comes down to your frustration and just being totally over that job where you know you're going to have to quit, you need to create a career transition plan for yourself, okay? A career transition plan is an intentional plan to help you transition from your toxic job to a new job that you will love, that's totally in alignment with your skill set, with your passions, with your desired lifestyle, and with your talent level. Because once you find alignment in your career, you're able to attract the right jobs that's on your level, the right job that don't have all that stress, the right job that naturally fits into who you are. It naturally matches you, you know? Because let's just be honest, working at a bad job is like being in a bad relationship. You know, it's like you get in a relationship with a person, and then initially, you know, they may be handsome or she may be beautiful, and you just feel you're happy and you feel just blessed to have them. And then 2-3 months later, you want to get rid of them. You want to get rid of them because they're not what you thought they were. They're not as cute as they were. They're not as handsome. He's not as handsome as he was, right? And so you don't want to have anything to do with this person. You want to move on. You want to change your relationship. And that's the same thing when you're working at a bad job or a toxic job, okay? You want to begin to transition away from that, okay? You need to create a transition plan. And if you don't know how to create a transition plan, that is fine. Listen, I do career strategy sessions, okay? I do strategy sessions. If you want to set up a strategy session with me, I do a free 20-minute strategy session. We can create a career transition plan. We can talk about your unique situation, and I can help you with that. Just go to my link in the bio. It's going to give you a lot of options of like my services, my resume services, things of that nature. But you just click on the link where it says book a free 20-minute strategy session and book that session with me. And what we'll do is we'll talk about creating that strategy plan. I'm going to listen to your unique situation, and we're going to know, you know, we're going to spill it. We're going to put it all out there. Okay. Because I want to know your unique situation, and I'm going to give you a guaranteed strategy that's going to help you, that's tailored to you. Okay. And then from there, if you want support or guidance, you know, from the next 3 months, I got a program called the 90-Day Job Offer that's designed to help you implement your career transition plan over the next 90 days so you can transition to a new job that you love, and you don't have to worry about doing it all by yourself. You got the direct support from me that's going to help you transition the way that you want to transition. And that's the biggest thing. You know, when I was going through my workplace stress and trauma, and I know I only talked about my retail job, my first time I ever experienced trauma tonight, but trust me, I dealt with it in corporate America more than any place else. So I get that aspect as well. But the biggest thing I wish I had when I was going through my trauma is support. I didn't have support. You know, I was talking to friends about what was going on. I was talking to coworkers. I was talking to family members about what was going on. But the fact of the matter is they didn't fully understand what I was dealing with, mentally, emotionally, physically. They just didn't get it. And so I found myself by myself trying to deal with this and figure it out. And then not to mention, I was the first to graduate college in my family. So I got a real soft spot for first generation anybody's, whether you're the first generation in the country, in the US, first generation corporate professional, first generation graduate. I got a soft spot because that was me. And when you're first generation, unfortunately, people don't fully understand how hard it is to try to keep it together. It's extremely hard. It's extremely taxing because you don't want to, you try to tell your mom that, hey, I had a bad day at work. I'm dealing with workplace stress and anxiety. And what they'll say is, oh, you can do it. You're a winner. You done won in everything that you did. You're a winner. And you don't want to hear that. What you want to hear is, okay, this is what you need to do. You're going through this. You need to go on a walk. Okay, you're having a bad day. Okay, this is what you need to do. Right? So I didn't have that support whatsoever. So, in this program, you're going to have full support from me, full guidance from me. If you want to work to implement that career transition plan and not do it by yourself, but have somebody that's like a safety net to help you make sure you don't fall, you don't crack, you don't have anxiety attacks and panic attacks like I had. So, if that's something that you're interested in, I definitely invite you to book a free strategy session so we can create your career strategy plan. Career transition plan. And then if you want help implementing that, you got me to help you, and I'll let you know what we can do for the next 90 days to do that. Okay. So in the meanwhile, let's recap before I end this live. Let's recap real quick. So if you're dealing with workplace stress and anxiety, what you want to do, start exercising, start walking, hit the gym. Okay. Hey, start dancing. If you like to dance, that's your thing. Start dancing, listening to some of your favorite music. If you're a musician, start playing. Start playing your instrument. I'm a drummer. So I will get my drums, hook them up, start playing my drums, right? You can do that. Then you want to get a book, okay? Read a book. If you don't like reading, like if you don't like actually getting a book and reading it, get an audio book. And find something that interests you, okay? And listen to that audiobook. Guess what? While you're walking. So you're killing two birds with one stone. So you can do that. The other thing, get in solitude. Enjoy yourself. Have fun with yourself. Love on yourself. I'm a big introvert, so I love being by myself. Get by yourself, get a journal, and start writing. And again, that first page, write down how frustrated you was that day, what you wanted to do. If you wanted to punch the boss in the face, you write that down in that notebook. You put all that energy on that notebook. And then on the second page, you want to talk about what you want your ideal day to be. You can go deep to where you can put how you want your ideal week to be, right? You can even put what you want your ideal job to be, because the whole goal is to create this positive energy for yourself. All right. You want to create this protective barrier of positive energy for yourself. And then what you want to do is create a career transition plan. Okay. A career transition plan is an intentional plan for you to transition out of that stressful, toxic job that no longer serves you to a new job that you will love, that is in full alignment with you, that you enjoy. Because I'm here to tell you, you trying to change that toxic job, I hope that it gets better. I hope the manager get fired and all of that stuff. It's a pipe dream, okay? It very rarely happens, okay? The constant change, usually in a toxic environment, are the employees leaving that toxic place. And maybe you've been at that place for way too long and you know it's time to go. And you don't want to keep being in this toxic environment where you're just suffering and suffering, because the longer you stay there and you suffer, you're going to crack under the pressure. And then you're going to start having the anxiety attacks, the panic attacks, depression. Then you're going to start getting hospitalized. Then you're going to start taking all these medications and things of that nature. And then when you finally decide to quit, or they let you go because, you didn't crack under the pressure, now you still got to recover from all of that workplace trauma that you encountered. And who wants to deal with that, right? And this is somebody who dealt with workplace trauma. I'm here to tell you, just because you leave that job after you after you encountered that trauma, it don't just go away. So it's better to get out of that job as fast as you can before you endure even more trauma. And now you're not really good for any job, even a good job, because every little small thing is going to trigger you and it's going to set you off and it's going to make you depressed and going to have you in fear, and you're going to be getting triggered and you're going to be angry, and you're going to just this cycle, this just negative, nasty, toxic cycle. And we don't want that. So I hope that you got value out of this live. This is my very first live, guys. And I really appreciate your support. I'm going to look at some of the comments here. Someone said, do you help with new job transition? I sure do. That's my specialty. I specialize in toxic job recovery and career transition. This is what I do. I've been doing this for a long time now. I help professionals all the way from executives all the way down to, professionals who are mid-level, first generation, just trying to figure it out. But my bread and butter is I help professionals transition. Usually most of my clients are corporate professionals, managers, directors, executives, specialists, high achieving professionals who are stressed out and who's trying to transition. So yes, I do help with new job transition. Let me check out a few of these questions here before I go. Ian Bunnies B said, solid career advice. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Let's see here. Little Lonzo B said, song request. Listen, I can't give you the name of a song. I'm an instrumentalist, so I like stuff that got beats and sounds, right? So, I like to listen to rock and that kind of stuff. So, you just got to find out what music resonates with you with that and just jam out to it. All right. Still going down here. All right. And if you got any questions, feel free to drop them. I will stay on here for another about 3 to 5 minutes and answer any questions that you may have. So let's see here. So yeah, just going back to that, do you help with new job transition? Like I said, yes, that's what I do. That's my specialty as a career coach. Again, if you are interested in that, go to the link in my bio, and it has a bunch of my services that I offer. Okay, resume writing, LinkedIn profile writing. But what you want to do is click on the one that says 20-minute strategy session if you're trying to transition to another career. Your job is not serving you no more and you need help transitioning as fast as possible. That's where you want to hit that button and book a strategy session with me. All right. So right now I don't have any more questions. This will be on replay. So feel free to respond if you're watching this late. Feel free to leave it in the comments. I try to get to every single comment on all of my videos, whether it's live or just my regular TikTok videos. And because at the end of the day, I want to help you. Okay, I want to be your career godfather. Y'all know I call myself the career godfather because my clients call me the career godfather. That's not something I made up. It's something one of my clients calls me. And, and so, that's what I want to be. I want to be the career godfather for you. I want to have your back. I don't want you to fall through the cracks. I don't want you to break. I don't want you to have anxiety attacks and panic attacks like I did throughout my career. I want you to have the help and support you need to transition from your stressful job, your toxic job, a job that no longer serves you, to a job that is in full alignment with you, that brings you joy, peace, happiness, and abundance, and also gives you a quality of life and adds value to your life. All right, guys. So With that being said, that is it for this live. Thank you so much for your time. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to book a free strategy session with me, again, go to the link in my bio and there is an option to book a free strategy session with me. All right, guys, till next time, be blessed. All right. And have a great day. Peace.